Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So one request that I get a lot is to do a video about feminine fragrances. So if you guys watch my channel, you know that my personal taste definitely leans toward those feminine smelling perfumes, but I do want to make the disclaimer before we begin that I don't think there should be any sort of lines between feminine versus masculine fragrances. I think that you should wear whatever makes you feel good, and no matter who you are. So I do want to get that out of the way before we start. I don't think that there are any harsh lines between feminine and masculine, but I think we all know what those feminine smelling fragrances are like. And I have to say that I love perfumes that really help me to exude my feminine sensuality and make me feel ultra girly. So I've chosen a few fragrances from my collection that I think really exude that feminine energy. Also, if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we talk mostly about perfume, so if that is your thing, make sure to head on down and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a video. And if you haven't already, feel free to also head on over and follow me on Instagram, where I share a lot of outfits of the day, scents of the day, home decor, minimalism, decluttering, and of course a ton of perfume related content. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so the first fragrance that I'll tell you about is Tiffany Co Intense, and if you watch my channel, this will come as no surprise to you because I have loved this perfume for a really long time, and this is definitely one of the perfumes that jumps out at me when I think about feminine fragrances. This is the epitome of girly, pretty, feminine, but it's also luxurious and glamorous. I think this is a very glamorous fragrance. This would be the perfect perfume to wear if you were going out on a date or a nice dinner with your loved one, and I always say maybe a special occasion. Maybe it's your birthday, maybe it's an anniversary, maybe you have a sneaky suspicion you might be proposed to. This is a very romantic perfume, and not just because of the company, but also the way the bottle looks. It really does resemble a piece of jewelry, it resembles a diamond, and it smells, I always tell people it smells like diamonds on a birthday cake. I don't know why, but that is the vision that this perfume gives me. So the notes that you have in here are pear, mandarin leaf, pink pepper, iris, rose, jasmine, musk, cashmere, benzoin, vanilla, carrot, and amber. The most prominent notes that I would say that are in here is definitely that powderiness and then probably that vanilla, benzoin, amber accord, but there is also a really unique note of carrot. So I don't know if it's carrot or carrot seed they're talking about, but something in this perfume just gives it a unique edge. It smells unlike any other perfume that I have or that I've ever smelt. It's truly one of my favorite feminine fragrances. Can we just talk about the bottle, how beautiful the bottle is? If you're looking for a feminine fragrance and something to make you smell beautiful and feel beautiful, this is the one. And you guys, this is also a fragrance that people will remember you. If this is somebody you're going to spend some time with and you want to smell special and feel special, this is the perfume that's going to do that for you. So yeah, this is Tiffany Co Intense. Amazing performance with this one, you guys. I had this one a year and a half ago. I dropped the bottle, I broke the atomizer. I was so sad, and I finally just replaced it. So that's why it looks like it hasn't been worn. It's a very new bottle to my collection. Looks just like a piece of fine jewelry, and I can't recommend this one enough. So now we're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about a fragrance that I think has kind of a bad reputation, and one that isn't quite as glamorous or luxurious as the Tiffany Intense, and this is Viva La Juicy Bodacious from Juicy Couture. So you guys, I think that if there are any perfume connoisseurs watching my channel, especially people who are into niche, people are probably going to be thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, what a recommendation. But you guys, I have to say, this is one of the most flirty, fun, carefree, and definitely feminine fragrances I have in my collection. And if you want to smell unmistakably girly and flirty and fun and youthful and carefree, this is a great one to go for. And I have to also say that men really seem to like these fragrances on women. So if you're looking for something that you could wear on a date, these ones for some reason seem to go over really well with guys. So this is a very flirty, coconutty, fun summertime scent, and it's one of my favorite from the Viva La Juicy range. And the notes that you have in here are melon, pear, Italian mandarin, tiara flower, white ginger lily, jasmine sambac, and in the base you have coconut milk, tonka bean, and driftwood. It's a very fruity, fun summer coconut perfume, and it's definitely one of the most feminine feminine, girly fragrances I have in my collection. This one I do actually use. As you can see, there is a little bit of a dint. The bottle is a little bit much for me. I don't particularly love the bottle, but this perfume is definitely great for those evenings when I just want to smell feminine and sexy and fun and youthful, and I'm not looking to be too serious. This is a great one. It's also extremely affordable. You can get this for really good deals on the discount websites, and I think you can't go wrong. And I've said it before, you guys, and I will say it again, nobody does it quite like Juicy does it. So we're gonna switch gears again and talk about a niche fragrance, and this one is a little bit more expensive, a little more exclusive, I guess you could say, and this is Love by Kilian Don't Be Shy Extreme. So I used to have the original Don't Be Shy, which is really, really popular, and I actually prefer this version, the extreme version. And the reason for that is that this one is very powdery and a little bit stronger in that marshmallow accord. And to me, what this smells like is powdered marshmallows on a bed of neroli and roses. So in this one, you really do get a little bit more of that kind of floral background. I hate to compare it all the time to the original, but I feel like I can't help it because so many people know the original and not that many people have smelled this one yet. But personally, this one is my preference. And if you want to smell sweet, feminine, girly, irresistible, like if I could come up with one word to describe this particular perfume, the word would be irresistible. It just smells so addictive and so good, and it's sweet, it's a little bit bubblegummy but not too bubblegummy. It has that powdered marshmallow and that vanilla accord. There's a little bit of neroli and bergamot in the opening, so it does have a little bit of a fresh floral opening, and there is a good amount of Bulgarian rose and orange blossom in here. And it's undeniably feminine, very, very feminine. This is incredible for a date night. This is incredible for if you're looking for a signature scent even. I think you could wear this for lots of different occasions, but for me, I feel like I would reserve it for that night when I really wanted to smell irresistible, so like on a date or something. So this is Love Don't Be Shy Extreme from Kilian. A little bit pricey, but I think it is worth the price, especially if you're going to wear it just for special occasions or once in a while. I definitely think it's worth the price because it smells amazing, and I just don't have anything else quite like it in my collection. Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. The next feminine fragrance is Monger from Guerlain. Now, you could pretty much go with any of the Monger fragrances. There's a floral version, there's an intense version. My favorite one is this one, or the intense version. And even though there is a note of lavender in here, which often is used in men's fragrances, this perfume I think is undeniably feminine. Of course, you guys, I hate to really make the distinction, like, you wear whatever you want. I think it's perfectly fine for anyone to wear any fragrance they want, but this is definitely, for me, I think a feminine smelling fragrance, and I absolutely love this one. So this has notes of lavender, bergamot, iris, jasmine sambac, and rose, and in the base it has Tahitian vanilla, coumarin, Australian sandalwood, benzoin, licorice, and patchouli. And this perfume to me is just a very sort of an aromatic, relaxing, calming, comforting vanilla scent. I always think if you had a scent that you would associate with a very special woman in your life, whether it's your wife, your girlfriend, a mother figure, like something that's very comforting and very feminine. And don't get me wrong, this perfume definitely has a sexy side to it. So if you want to have that effect on people where when they come up to you and sniff you or hug you, or when you walk past them, you just smell very comforting and feminine and familiar. It has like this cozy, comforting, familiar sense to it. I absolutely love this perfume. This one and the Intense I really love wearing. It's on my top 10 for life. I can't recommend this one enough. I feel like this is one that every woman needs in her collection. I think the majority of people who smell this one do like it. I don't think there's very many people who dislike this one. It's pretty mass pleasing, has really good performance, and it definitely gives you that feminine energy. So I absolutely love it. Personally, I love to smell comforting and familiar and also sexy. So this is a great perfume for that, and this is Mon Guerlain Eau de Parfum. And the next most feminine fragrance that I have on my list, and this is the last one for today, is Dalina exclusive from Parfum de Marly. And again, I think you could go with this one or the original Dalina. I think both of them are very, very feminine smelling, and there's something about them that just gives you this super sophisticated, clean, elegant, feminine class about yourself. So the notes that you have in this one are lychee, pear, and bergamot in the opening, so there is a little bit of that fruity, fun, sweet opening. In the middle, you have a good dose of Turkish rose and agarwood, which is oud. Although I don't really pick up the oud in this fragrance a whole lot. I think it's definitely more of a background supporting role. And there's a little bit of incense. And then in the base, you have a lot of vanilla and some amber and some woody notes. So for me, this is mostly a creamy vanilla woody rose with a fruity opening. And I absolutely love this, you guys. I'm sorry I talk about this like a broken record because it is one of my favorite perfumes in my collection. It's also on my top 10 for life. And you really can't go wrong with this one. It is a little bit expensive, but you can find it for good deals if you look around. And it has amazing performance. The bottle is also beautiful. The bottle itself really exudes femininity. It has a very feminine kind of a silhouette, and I just absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. It looks great sitting on a counter or a vanity somewhere. And this is definitely one of those perfumes that jumped out at me when I was trying to think of feminine fragrances. So if I ever want to smell overtly girly and feminine and sweet, flirtatious, but in a very subdued, sort of a subtle way, this is one that I would go for. This one says I'm a woman and I'm flirty and I'm fun and I have a lot to offer, but I'm also very classy, sort of an understated woman, and I'm also a little bit mysterious. So that's what I get from this perfume. Amazing. Again, I think either this one or the original Dalina is a must-have on every woman's list if you are a perfume lover like myself. And that is the last one on my list today. So that is everything for today's video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these perfumes, and I would love to hear your recommendations. What would be some of your favorite, most feminine smelling perfumes? Please let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.